Coming up live on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. Get a pencil because write these things down because this is the most important little event. You know, Sacramento County has many, many cities, and some of them have very, very creative ways of dealing with the issues of us staying home and having to stay home and really want to go out for a long walk. And you can do this, and you can do it with the city of Galt, who is going to present to you in many ways its 14th annual Bird Festival. Very creative idea to help us know that, you know, the birds are not on our screen or in a book that we've been reading, but they're actually out there. And it's a great thing to watch. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. Oh, yes, it's a celebration of birds. And it's brought to you by the city of Galt, the creative city of Galt. It's called the Great Little American Town, and it is. And with me here online is Sage White and Jackie Garcia, who are with the city, and they put this all together. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi.
Good.
Hi.
Good. So this 14th annual Bird Festival. You put this Bird Festival, worked on it before, Jackie, right?
Yes, I have. It'll be 3 years.
3 years.
Uh-huh.
How about you, Sage? Is this your first one?
No, this is my second. This will be my second year.
So did you have fun when you were out in the wild? Is that what, Sage, you're going to take people out in the wild, right? Tell me about where you find these birds.
Yeah, so I work at the Cosumnes River Preserve, and usually every year, in past years, we've done in-person tours where people come out, and some of our preserve biologists will take them out and show them areas of the preserve where there's lots of birds, different kinds of cranes and geese and ducks. So this year, even though we can't do those in-person tours, I've gone out into the field myself, and I've recorded some of those views of these beautiful birds that are wintering at the Cosumnes River Preserve. And I talk about some of them and also share some history of the preserve and other kinds of wildlife and plants. So yeah, I get to actually go out there and share that with everyone. It's really fun.
I once worked with a fellow who went out with a group to look at birds. And they went out, and they were looking at just regular birds that they see every day in the city, and but there was a strange one, and he pointed to it and he said, "What's that bird?" And the guy goes, the leader of he said, "I don't know. I've never seen that kind of bird here. What's it doing here?" It's some kind of rare bird that they had to go and look up. Was just like traveling in the area.
Yeah, that's a fun thing about being a birder is that you can be all different levels. You know, even if you think you're an experienced birder, there's still so many more birds to see, so much more to learn. So really, at any point, you can become a person that just enjoys looking at birds and getting to know them.
Yes, you know, we just take them for granted, or not. You know, our cats don't. That's for sure. They sit and watch them, but. But to go on one of these things and become associated with the kind of language that describes the structure of a bird, what the bird does, how is it a local species, or and how the species have different colors. It's an amazing thing to open your eyes to nature, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's definitely amazing. And I think that's what this festival, the Galt Winter Bird Festival, is all about, is it's access for everybody to experience and learn these beautiful birds and different wildlife. And it's kind of just celebrating how amazing it is that this is all around us. And this is something that we can go out and enjoy for free, you know?
Yeah, for free. By the way, this is all free, right? You know, they're just going to tune in, and I think we'll probably tell people a little bit later on how to get to be part of this. Okay, so let's, Jackie, if you would outline the various things that are going to happen, and then we'll talk about each one. What do you think?
All right, sure. So it is happening on Saturday, February 6th.
That's coming up. Whoa.
Saturday. You can check out our webpage with all the information and to sign up. But what we have to offer is we have a keynote speaker named John Muir Laws. We also have art classes. We have a kids art contest. And then we have, like Sage was saying, she's did an awesome job in doing virtual tours that will be available.
You went off the air there.
Hello? Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, I can hear you, Jackie.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe if you wanted to keep sharing,
Okay. Sure.
see, hopefully someone's listening.
All right. Well, so yes, we have lots of Winter Bird Festival activities that we hope everyone can join and be part of. Like I said, the two beginning art class and an advanced art class that you can join in, and the keynote speaker, John Muir Laws, will be part of that presentation and doing the drawing class.
Yeah, this fellow who you have as a keynote speaker is a guy named John Muir Laws. Somebody pointed him in the right direction with that name. John Muir Laws, or maybe he's related to John Muir. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. But at any rate, if you go to his website, John Muir Laws, Laws, you can see that this fellow is a really important naturalist, somebody who is he has expertise in all kinds of things, and the programs that he offers online and offline are splendid. You know, if you want your kid to have a feeling for, or you yourself to have a better understanding of nature when you go out into it, because us city folks, you know, we don't really necessarily have such a close union with nature. And here Galt is not very far from Sacramento, and I'm a city boy, Chicago, Los Angeles, but not out into the wild and the nature. And the preserve, Sage, you said that the preserve is how many acres?
The preserve is over 54,000 acres. It consists of trails that people can come and hike on, but then there's also areas that are not open to the public that are really specific for restoring the beautiful part of the California landscape, which this is a big part of that, the Cosumnes River and all the land around it. So it's very expansive, but we do have our driving tour that's being released for the Galt Winter Bird Festival, which actually gives you a step-by-step directions on how you can actually drive the public roads that wind throughout the preserve. So that'll be a really neat way for people to actually experience how expansive it is.
Wow. So let me ask you, Sage, I can see that you have a real feeling for all of this. So is your family a naturalist family?
You know, my family's kind of all over the place with what they do. I have my family are educators mostly, so I think I get that kind of passion for like sharing things with people, definitely from the teachers in my family who love to share too what they do. But I've always grown up with nature around me, hiking and exploring, so it's very close to my heart.
So when you take people around into these areas where they're preserve areas, and do people ask you questions about what, you know, is that a what kind of bird is that? What kind of
Yes, definitely.
What kind of bird was that?
Yeah, people ask a lot of questions, and to be honest, you know, I don't know a ton. I myself am always learning. So if somebody asks me a question, I'll try to go grab a book that might have the answer and figure out what it can be. You know, right now we don't have our visitor center open to the public, but we will hopefully soon reopen it. And we actually have volunteers that answer questions for visitors, and I try to do that as well. And hopefully some of these videos that I've made, these virtual tours for the Galt Winter Bird Festival, those will also share some information that people, you know, questions they might have asked, they may get answers. So
Yeah, I hear that. So Jackie, your title is Special Events and Market Manager. Obviously, the market is every city has a market, but this is a kind of special event, isn't it? So the idea of a contest, a youth art contest, is something we haven't talked about. Why don't you tell us about that?
Sure. So our youth art contest, it's we've been doing it every year, so 14 years. This year, it is a little bit different. We still are connecting with the elementary schools locally, as well as we've reached out to online, being able to submit their bird drawings, and then they win, if they were selected, they win a season pass to our aquatic center, as well as additional art supplies.
Oh,
so we have gotten about 15 to 20 drawings, and it's been really exciting to see those. And hopefully next year, when we're ready to open up again and do our festival live, we will be able to feature the bird drawing on a t-shirt.
that was the poster for this event, right?
Actually, the poster this year drawing was by John Muir Laws.
It's a wonderful, it looks like a really powerful kingfisher bird, or what do we call
Belted kingfisher.
yeah.
Oh, hey, Susan, I said the right.
Yeah.
So that's great. So but they're also drawing classes for people too. He's going to teach a couple classes.
Yes, he is going to be teaching a beginner's class in the morning, as well as an advanced class in the afternoon time.
And these are online and they're free.
They are online and free. You just need to register ahead of time.
Yeah, just so you register ahead of time. You can't just jump on now, I'm sure. It probably has only limited
yes, it only has a limited number of spots, yes.
Yeah, you're going to jump to it. So, okay, he also is he's a speaker, and if you get onto his website, there are lots of his writing and speakers. So it might be a very interesting fellow to help your family learn that, you know, it can be pretty serious, this study of the outdoors and working in the outdoors, you know. And I've known people that I thought I grew up with in the city, but they were headed toward, you know, the more rural and hidden part of the United States for their jobs, and find it just a whole wonderful, and I talk to them, and they just are elated by being out in nature and being able to say, whoa, look at that kingfisher bird coming at me. You know, that kind of thing. It's an interesting life.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's a good answer. Yes, comma, and?
Yes, they are very excited, and the calls that we're filtering and getting in here, I mean, people are excited to be able to have this opportunity to do something outside their house rather than staying indoors, and in a safe way. And John Muir Laws is definitely going to be providing that with connecting nature and enjoying being at home in the comfort of your home and learning how to draw birds and connecting all those together.
Okay, let's have a little slideshow. Watch this slideshow, and get a sense of how what these things actually look like, rather than my mouth moving up and down talking. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's Muir.
Yes,
and there is that a camera or a?
It's a scope. It's a spotting scope that you can use to see various birds and ducks. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Okay. And who are those guys?
This is what it's looked like in the past when we've done bird tours. So, you know, hopefully next year, this is what everybody will look like when they're joining us on a tour.
That's right.
And then those are some photos. Those are sandhill cranes, which are a very special bird that migrate to the Cosumnes River Preserve and stay here during the winter season. And actually, this is one of the last times to see them. They're usually gone by March.
I see.
All right, so this is one of the tours that I have created, a virtual tour. It explores birds that are maybe not considered normal, have different kinds of cycles than most birds. So you'll get to learn about those special birds that are at the preserve.
Susan, what are those special birds that we went to see here once, way out in the south along the river? Cranes, sandhill cranes? Sandhill cranes, yeah. They have a special place along the I believe it's the Sacramento River.
Along the Cosumnes River, down actually where in Galt. That's where they winter, is near the Cosumnes River and the wetlands there.
Huge, beautiful birds.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And so it's all of this year is a kind of virtual, but it's leading towards taking a bigger part in the next year's, hopefully next year's freedom and going out into these wonderful areas, this huge, vast area where we can see birds and other animals, I think, too. Well, what is that brown animal coming towards us growling for?
I do have to say that in one of the virtual tours for this event, you will spot some river otters, which are playing around in the preserve. So that'll be a fun thing to see.
That's really great. Good. And the drawing classes, are they for birds? Do you just can look up a bird in the dictionary or go online and copy a bird, or can you go out in your front yard and look at a bird? What do you suggest for the kids who are going to be part of the bird drawing classes, a contest?
So they basically will just go out and select the bird that they would like to draw, and then it's up to their imagination. However they would like to draw it on paper and then submit it, and we will take it.
And how do they submit it? They have to do it online, right?
They can do it online and email me directly, or they can drop it off to our Parks and Recreation office.
Okay. If I think we have a slide that'll come up with, so if I want to be part of the youth art contest or part of the youth drawing class, either one of them, or see the tours, the 3 tours, I have to sign up, don't I?
Yes. The keynote speaker and the drawing classes, those are sign up ahead of time because it is a Zoom link that we will be emailing to you. The virtual tours, if you miss the signups and you're not able to, they will also be on our website that will have the links attached to them. So they'll run for the whole year on there, as well as the Cosumnes Preserve has those available on their YouTube channel.
Oh, that's good. All right, good. And so this is supported by the city of Galt, which I find really powerful and positive, and it reaches into what's next to it as a option for people who live near there, and we do in Sacramento County, able to go to the city of Galt and enjoy these things when we can get out of our houses. And hopefully that's coming soon. At least that's what it's in the air, that we're going to be able to flap our wings out on the greater plains of California and enjoy this thing. The Celebration of Birds is a free thing, and it's only once a year, right?
Yes, once a year, usually the first weekend in February.
First weekend in February. Okay. Good. And so about how many folks do you get, kids who apply for the contest and things like that?
Last year we had up to about 40 students that applied.
Okay. And is there like a limit?
No, we take everybody.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. And the keynote speaker, will you take everybody there?
The keynote, those are only up to 500. It's up to partial.
Only up to 500 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to be one of those. I want to listen to this guy.
Awesome.
He has an interesting background, and it looks like they're great. We learn about naturalists, and we think about them, but we think about them maybe watching them on a television screen or something like that. But one in our own backyard, well, that's different. So, okay, good, all good. And the River Preserve tours, there are 3 different ones. Can you explain what those 3 are?
Yes, definitely. So one of them is where I take my video camera behind locked gates into areas of the preserve that are not open to the public. And I show you some scenes of that area. And I actually talk about the history of the preserve and some of the flora and fauna that you can find, some of the wildlife and plants that you find at the preserve. Another one covers the idea of out-of-step birds, which basically just means unique birds that you can actually see and find at the preserve that have kind of marched to the beat of their own drum and don't follow typical cycles that other birds do. And then our driving tour, which is something that you can actually download and print or look at on your phone with a co-pilot as you drive the public roads that wind throughout the preserve. And you'll get to read some of the history of the entire preserve and get some more information. And then also one more tour that is up on that, going to be on the webpage, is a very general guided natural history hike that shares some history of our Riverwalk Trail, which is one of our main public trails at the preserve. So all of that's going to be available on the Galt website.
That's good. Good. So we want to thank the city of Galt for having this bird festival. I think it's really interesting. What other programs do you have that are participatory like that, Jackie?
Yeah, so this is our annual Winter Bird Festival that we do. But we also put on our 4th of July celebration. We do a Lighting of the Night celebration, which has a parade. And then we do our 4th of July parade. We've also done our Halloween movie nights. This event is affiliated with the Parks and Recreation Department. So we always try to make sure that we are providing community events that are affordable as well as educational. And so these are our larger events, but we do smaller events. And then I am the manager for the Galt Flea Market. So those do a lot of smaller events for our community as well.
Oh, yes. And you have community centers in Galt that people can go to for smaller events?
Yes. So we do have a senior center. We have Cibola Community Center that there's a senior programs, and they also offer recreational activities, sports activities. And then our aquatic center is right next door to our Parks and Recreation building. Okay.
So during the summer, when we could get out, we could jump right in.
For sure. Yeah. You can actually, we do fireworks in the pool night on 4th of July. So you can hang out at the pool and watch fireworks from the pool.
Yeah, I remember we were hearing about this last year, fireworks in the pool. Yeah, in the pool, how they get the fire in the water.
Yeah, it is really great. It's always a sold out event. So
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Everybody loves to see fireworks in water.
Yes.
So good. And tell us about the market. I didn't mean to demean the market because everybody has a market, but I grew up in a time when we didn't have markets. We had supermarkets, so we could go get the food there. But to have a farmer's market near you, tell me about it.
Well, we have a farmer's market. This will be our 2nd year, but we have the Galt Flea Market, which it runs on Tuesday and Wednesday.
A flea market?
Yes, from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. It has been around for 20 years plus. But we have produce, we have clothing, school supplies, sunglasses,
books and antiques,
yes.
Art, maybe a little art, old-time art.
We have everything. So we encourage everybody to come visit it, check it out. Yes, but it is huge.
Oh, it is a wonderful thing to do that, and I like the idea of people are they're looking around in their houses now and saying, I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. So I think that it's going to be a busman's holiday at the market. Whenever it reopens, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we have been open So we are open fully right now from 7 to 2. We're encouraging people that want to get rid of their treasures, bring them here, sell them, put them into somebody else's hands and make them their treasures. But we are fully open from 7 to 2, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, that's great. So that's now, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and if we could maybe our Madam Director can put on the screen one more way to contact you. That would be kind of wonderful. There it is. CI dot, I guess it stands for city, galt.ca.us/. And I should add a program in there, I suppose, too. Good, good, good. So you both are interesting in working with in the services from the community, and I find that it's a fascinating job, right? Isn't it?
Yes, I love Parks and Recreation. That's where I started, and I ended up getting into the special event portion of it. So I have a little bit of recreation abilities to do in this job, and then I run all the citywide special events that come through and process their paperwork. So it's very interesting, and as long as I'm able to give back to the community, I am happy.
This is really great. And what about you, Sage?
Oh yeah, I love it. I actually work for Sacramento County Regional Parks, and I kind of am stationed at the Cosumnes River Preserve, and I absolutely love it. The preserve is really unique. It has actually 10 different managing and owning partners, so I get to work alongside the Bureau of Land Management, California Department of Fish and Wildlife. So it's amazing being around so many people that are like-minded.
Good. Well, I want to thank you both for coming on to LiveWire, and please come back when you have these other wonderful events, and we will talk about them and get a sense of them. And I think the 14th annual Winter Bird Festival is going to be a hit.
Thank you. We hope so. We hope to see you there.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching LiveWire. Tune in again next Wednesday when we're on again with wonderful events in our greater Sacramento County area. Good night.